everybody, Michael David here. It's January 24th, 2023. Welcome to Today in Mortgages, the show where we try to make sense of the news in the mortgage and real estate industry today and the crazy market that we are in. Each episode, we're breaking down what's real, what's hype, and what you actually need to be paying attention to and talking to your clients. I'm here today with Rich Jefferson, our expert. Hey, Rich, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Michael. Thank you.
Awesome. Hey, so like I said, every week, this is our first episode, and every week we're going to take a headline from the news and talk about what's real and what's hype. And so today we're looking at it's not an article, it's a podcast that came out on Marketplace Morning Report. That's from NPR, one of the most listened to economic podcasts that's out there. And the headline that they had on the podcast was, "For most, owning a place is now pricier than renting." And so NPR chose this or cites a study from Adam, which is a real estate research group. We're going to dive a bit deeper and talk about how you can read this and what you can say to your clients. So Rich, first things first, what's your initial reaction to this headline?
It's true.
Yeah, we're going to break that down as to why and also what that looks like for buyers. And so the headline here that they kind of pulled from was, in 2023 rental affordability report, which shows the average 3-bedroom rent is more affordable than owning a comparably sized median price home in 95% of counties analyzed. So that's U.S. counties, and that number, 95%, is up from 60% the year before. And we just talked about why, right? The mortgage rates doubled in a few months at the beginning of this past year in 2022. And that just made affordability for homes really tough, right?
Yeah, I mean, the average payment on a mortgage went up anywhere from 35 to 50%, depending on how far back you're going during COVID at the lowest mortgage rate. But that has increased the cost of ownership.
Definitely has. But, the thing about renting versus owning is that, when you get a mortgage, besides your taxes, of course, it's going to stay flat, right? But the other side of not buying is you have to rent, and rents go up over time, right? And so the quote out of here that wasn't talked about was another section of the report says average rents for the 3-bedroom homes are increasing more than the median prices for single family homes in half the nation. And so, Rich, what does this mean long term versus for rent versus what your mortgage might be?
Well, look at it this way. Investors that own rental homes know the market. They're going to drive the rents up, and they're going to collect those rents because they know that the availability of rental homes is also tight. So in order to get into a home today, you're going to spend much more renting that home today than you did 2 years ago. And so is the cost of ownership. To buy a home, it's a little bit more expensive today because of where interest rates are. But because you're renting, that's 100% interest. You see nothing in return for that. Whereas a homeowner, even at 6% interest rate, you've got a tax deductible interest in that mortgage. You've got the pride of ownership. You have all of the things that you love.
Yeah, and that's what we're talking about here. So, like, obviously, you buy the house now, your mortgage is going to stay, mostly flat, besides taxes, of course. But the rent, like Rich just talked about, landlords are going to be pushing that up. And so that quote from the study from Adam was talking about how rents are rising faster comparable to purchase prices of homes. And so that's something to look at and something to talk about with your buyers, with your clients, as they're going out and looking at homes and wondering, is now the right time for me to buy?
We've got limited inventory. We're not building homes fast enough to accommodate for the Gen Z, the millennials coming into the buying market. And until that happens, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to buy a home. But look at it today. Interest rates 6%, maybe a little bit higher today. And property values at, I think the average sales price was somewhere in the 450 range in a lot of markets. If you don't get after it right now, those homes are still going to appreciate. There are not enough homes for as many people that want to buy them. So you think 6% interest rate is too much? Well, I'd rather have a 6% interest rate and buy a home for $450,000 than to have a 3% interest rate and buy a home for $550,000, because that's what you're trading right now. You can always refinance that. If rates do come down in a year, you can refinance your purchase mortgage into a lower interest rate next year, 24 months from now, 36 months from now. What you can't do is go back and buy that home again for $450,000, because it will appreciate, because it will be bid up. There's just not enough inventory out for all the people that want to buy homes.
That's totally right, Rich. And that's the piece that we hadn't really discussed, right? Is the ability to possibly refinance in the future, right? Homes are going to continue to appreciate. They're going to continue to get higher. And if rates go up, then you missed the boat buying now. If rates go down and you bought now, then you can refinance and you're going to be sitting really pretty. So that is kind of what we took away from this article. But before we get to our rating of today's article, I just wanted to ask a question for all you listeners out there. Is your business harder now than it was a year ago? Of course it is. And to get ahead, you need to be marketing yourself now more than ever. But where do you start? We here at Today Mortgage have put together a cheat sheet for you, 5 marketing musts to help you get ahead while things are down. And to get your free copy, you can go to todayandmortgages.com/marketing. That's todayandmortgages.com/marketing. So believe it or not, purchase volumes are set to reach an all-time high in 2023, and you have to get out there and grab your slice of the pie, but you can't do that without clear marketing strategy. So go check out that free resource at todayandmortgages.com/marketing. So Rich, every episode, we're going to rate this article on a scale of 0 to 5, 0 being a tear down and 5 being a move-in ready home. So comparable to what this article said, how would you rate where we're at on this?
I'm going to give this a move-in ready home, 5.
Okay.
I mean, it's factual, it's happening, it's in the market, but it just doesn't go deep enough. It doesn't talk about the advantages of home ownership and what happens if you don't buy now and you decide to buy in 15 months. As we get into the spring, the buying season, it's going to get more competitive out there. So I encourage you, get after it right now.
Yeah, go talk to your buyers, your clients about what this means for them, and talk about how things are going to appreciate. Rates could come down, they could go up. We don't know, but if rates go up and prices go up, it's only going to get more expensive than it is right now. If you buy now, houses are getting more expensive. You can refinance later. It's going to go down, and you're going to be way below where you would be renting 3 years from now, if all things considered. So thanks so much for your time, Rich. That was good. I appreciate it. Episode 1 in the bag, and we look forward to many more with all of you guys out there. Hey, thanks to everyone out there for listening, and we want to make Today and Mortgage make sense to you. So if you're on YouTube, hit the like button, leave us your thoughts so we know what you're thinking out there, how we can improve the show. If you enjoyed hearing Rich's expert advice on today's show, click the Grow link in the description to see how you can join the best network in mortgages and get daily coaching from people like Rich, along with the best support in the industry. Hey, Today in Mortgage is produced by Network Funding. It's an equal housing lender, NMLS 2297. Rich, any final thoughts on today?
That's it, Michael. Thank you for putting this together, and I appreciate all the comments that you might leave. So thank you very much.
Yeah. All right. That's a wrap. Thanks for tuning in. Share, like it, leave us a review. It really helps out. Thank you for helping us make Today and Mortgages make more sense. See you guys later. Today in Mortgages is produced by Network Funding LP, which is an equal housing lender, NMLS 2297. The content of this program is meant to be a commentary on mortgage and real estate news, and any discussion of rates and or products should not be taken as an individual mortgage or home buying advice or pricing estimates. And any commentary on this show should not be considered a promise to make a loan. All applicants for a loan must qualify, and you should consult a professional regarding your individual loan scenarios for your financial situation. Visit our website at nflp.com/licenses for all state licensing and other legal information.